I'm not going to waste your time with what a disclaimer is. This video spoils the entire plot of Penacony. If you don't like it, get off. If you do, keep watching. Hello and good day to all you ladies, gents, and everyone in between, and welcome back to Gacha Games Played Incorrectly. In the previous video, 2 girls killed a god. In this video, 2 girls are going to die. Can you beat Penacony using only the Astral Express crew? The rules are pretty self-explanatory. We must go through the entirety of Penacony using only the Trailblazer and March. Other members of the Astral Express crew like Himiko and Welt can be brought in, but we can only use them as a last resort if the fight cannot be beaten normally. Since grinding is not story related, we can use whoever we want for that. I'm also allowing items because banning them is extremely stupid, and who the fuck wants to ban them in the first place? Lastly, every fight must be done on the highest difficulty. No casual mode and no taking the fight at a low level type excuse, because that just defeats the entire point of a challenge run. Like with the last video, we are going to throw E6 March out the window because if she was E6, this challenge would be completely invalidated. With all said and done, let us move on into the beginning of Penacony. After hearing what went down in the last episode, the film industry invites us to the Oscars because we've been nominated for a Kill God award. Surprisingly, Himiko tells us that 3 other Trailblazers have also killed God and are currently living in Penacony. So the crew decides to go to Penacony to fuck around and find out.
About to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So apparently the backrooms exist in Star Rail now. Who knew? Raiden May over here finds out that we also know Eclipse, so we go for a walk to go find a wall to no clip back into to get back onto the train. She tells us to run into the wall. We do, but then we just find out we can just walk up it. Okay, sure. After some foreshadowing, Raiden May sends us back to the train. Before she does, however, she trauma dumps literally the entirety of Penacony on us over the span of an 8-minute unskippable cutscene. Before leaving, she asks us that even if we knew how the challenge run ended, would we still perform the challenge run in its entirety up until the end? We answer with yes.
I know this is hard. You don't have to be hard-pressed to make a decision. As I have said, the answer is inconsequential.
Girl, I have a god march that I can throw at literally anything in the game and she will survive. Nothing in this challenge run is going to stop me.
What you must do now is ponder its significance. And then you can return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
She's dead! Our challenge is over!
Got him!
After May kills us for saying that, Pom Pom realizes that we can lucid dream. So they drop us off at Penacony to see if we can lucid dream any further and if our lucid dream says anything about what's going to happen in Penacony. We encounter some child labor here, but before we can say anything, the IRS shows up. They find out that we've been evading our taxes, however we managed to come to an agreement with them. They get us a room, and we help them find other tax evaders. With the government firmly in our pocket, we go to our room to take a nap. The IRS attempts to flirt with us, but we have to turn it down because Stell already has a girlfriend. Suddenly,
Hello there.
Huh?
What are you doing in my room?
and not even half an hour into Penacony, and we already have a standoff. Oh joy. Acheron uses the Raiden May power of being a mother to get Aventurine to fuck off. She's got a minor headache, so after a brief chat to help her clear her mind, we can finally take that long-deserved nap.
This is literally just the...
Oh, god damn it. We find that kid from aboard, give him a couple of head pets, and we leave the...
Hitting the grip.
missed the water. Test failed.
What's that? What happened?
It's that one dude's death pose from Dragon Ball. After suffering what I can only describe to be the biggest concussion in the history of mankind, we end up in New York City. The first thing we do is go straight to the doctor's office because we just lost so many brain cells, I think we might have just fucked the challenge run. After experiencing the average checkup at an American hospital, we fork over a couple 100,000 credits for a bubble. We take a walk after that and find this chick over here getting harassed by 2 members of the fucking mafia. Ha! First fight! Welcome to the first fight in Penacony, featuring a television and dogs with coke in their mouths. If you hit the television, its screen will change, and the moves it uses will depend on the screen. If it's happy, it regenerates your energy. If it's mad, it attacks you and removes your energy. When you kill the dogs, they will explode, causing the coke to damage other enemies, inflicting with 1 stack of bleeding. Officers, that's enough. Boss, what are you doing here? Clearly, you're intruding on a date between these 2 fine ladies. And besides, we banned homophobia 2 years ago. Get with the time before I take your badges away. Yes, sir. Oh, so okay, we have 2 girlfriends now. Okay, sure. The man introduces himself as Gallagher and is a deputy chief of the New York Police Department. He compliments us in our taste in women and we move on. Our new girlfriend's name is Firefly and we promptly take her out on our actual date. After taking a look at some new consumables that we might never use, we arrive at a diner. Firefly offers to pay for our meal and we buy a burger. After trying very hard to give Firefly's money back to her, we arrive at the totally not Mickey Mouse statue in the center of New York. Firefly tells us about a certain watchmaker character that apparently founded the entirety of Penacony. It was because of his arrival that Penacony was able to become so popular. Firefly believes that the watchmaker was actually a nameless who rode on the Astral Express. And then we hear... The Barb! Oh, it's so cute. The cutest fucking thing in Penacony. Holy shit, I love it. I want a plushie of it. Someone buy me up. Moving forward, we take a look at Broadway Theater all the way out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. During the Charmony Festival, members of the government known as the Family will gather at Broadway to witness numerous musicals. A bit further down, and we arrive at an open-air casino filled with numerous slot machines and a giant gachapon machine. The consumables you can get from the slots are surprisingly very good. The Cloud of Doubt helps us in taking less damage, and the Moment of Betrayal and the Fortnite Boogie Bomb will also increase your damage. And then we find out we're being followed.
He's about 5 feet, 9 inches tall, give or take.
It's Dr. Ratio.
It's clear that he's well trained.
Oh, never mind, I lied.
He walks in long strides.
This man's 5'9", I'm 5'10".
Do you know anybody like that? Maroon jacket, emerald eyes.
Oh my god, it's him. This dude is everywhere, I tell you. Sampo takes over the tour and leads us to a TV. We get Persona 4 and turn into James Bond. After reenacting the plot of No Time to Die, we go back to the doctor's office to get our prescription. We give him some stuff we want from gambling and we get sent back to the underground as a reward. And this is where the first difficult fight begins. After some hustle and bustle, we fight a trash can and 2 bugs. After every attack, the trash can will increase its attack power. This increase has no limit, meaning that the trash can could stack so many attack buffs on itself that it can kill someone just by kicking in the face. However, the trash can is the very least of our concerns. See, the bugs can clone themselves. And I'm pretty sure you can see why that would be a problem. The bugs being able to clone themselves to the limit of 5 enemies on the field at one time allows them to output some beefy damage if we can't take them out in time. And even if we are able to take the damage, all of their attacks still inflict DOT onto us, meaning that every time it's our turn, we're just going to be trying to kill ourselves instead of trying to kill them. Eventually, after a bit of strategizing and using items to get everyone's energy to full charge, we're able to beat them no problem. Oh my god, that took way too long for me to figure out. Oh, the boss is Sampo. was peak cinema Firefly, that's what it was. Sampa foreshadows some more of Penacony for plot convenience. However, while we're not looking, Firefly just randomly disappears. I don't know about this one, Chief. I think something real suspicious is going on here. Firefly reveals that she's not actually a local, but will tell us her story at a more secure place. So we follow for a bit and... oh hey, it's Mickey!
This man sounds like he's the Mickey's voice actor. And I think it's kind of funny.
Clocky tells us that Misha's in danger and we gotta go help him. He informs us that since he's the guardian of the dreamscape, he's able to change the emotions of people in Penacony through the power of emotional manipulation. We snap his aggressor back to reality and get the current situation from Acheron and Misha.
What it's my pleasure to meet.
Beautiful lady.
Oh!
Once again, thank you for being kind to me.
No, we're not on a date. Please come with me.
Let's go! After getting the ability to give Misha head pass whenever we want, we continue onward with our journey.
Hey, let me ask you something.
It's Hosh, you know.
Following girls around like a lost puppy your way of getting their attention? You Sigonians are notorious throughout the entire universe. Liars, thieves, social manipulators, wolves in sheep's clothing. Cut it out and go home, you slick talker. We are fools, but we aren't stupid. How did you do it, little peacock? Friends? Oh, please. You guys only treat others as your bargaining chips. So long.
Thanks. I'll keep your advice in mind.
Okay, so I know I just made that little bit look like Aventurine was getting flamed by Sparkle, but the opportunity there was too funny not to resist. The final destination of our date with Firefly is that rooftop run from Sonic the Hedgehog. The security guard over here isn't letting us pass, so after a brief tussle, we are allowed through. The puzzles here aren't really that difficult, so just make your way to the final objective to hear Firefly's story. Oh, I lied, I've got to find out. I'm sorry, what the fuck is that?
Who let the Tyrannosaurus Rex cook?
The T-Rex isn't all that difficult. His main gimmick involves swallowing a Molotov and burning our ass. However, if you hit him 6 times, the Molotov will explode inside of his stomach and he'll take some big damage. Our one problem: we can't stop him from doing that. See, with March's basic attack, Stell's basic attack, March's ultimate, and Stell's ultimate, we only have 4 attacks to utilize. This just means that we're going to have to be very careful with how the fight plays out, so it's not really that much of a big deal, but I would very much like to, you know, engage with the fight. Eventually, you'll be able to kick this dinosaur out of the kitchen.
Nice.
Firefly tells us that she's been suffering from entropy loss syndrome, a condition that slowly increases the delay between your mind and your actions. Eventually, the two will become so disassociated with each other that it becomes basically impossible to live. She reveals that she was in fact a stowaway, viewing the freedom that Penacony gave to others as her own salvation. Her real mission, alongside escaping reality, is to steal the Watchmaker's legacy. She proposes to us the question on the invitation letter. Why does life slumber? To lighten the mood of it, we take a selfie with her that I am sure will not become plot relevant at all. The group chat summons us to go back to reality. We head back and find Sampo over here acting very unusual, almost like he's an imposter for some reason.
Sample ain't like that, man.
Oh, it's Wakamo, not Wakamo.
Excuse me.
It's the Wakamo, not Wakamo.
Why don't you rest
For a little while.
It's straight up the Wakamo, not Wakamo.
Inside the real dreamscape.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Sparkle no-clips us back into the backrooms, however, with no mommy Acheron to save us, we gotta get out the long way. However, unlike the backrooms, these backrooms don't have the internet. After experiencing the average backrooms experience, we encounter the infinite hallway and...
What the?
Oh, this is a boss fight?
Our first fight is against the Memory Zone meme, Something Unto Death. And alright, okay, let me just tell you, this fight's impossible. Here, I'll just play a little snippet of why it's impossible.
Why?
What happened?
How does that work? Okay, we gotta figure out how this man's take your soul mechanic work.
See, the Grim Reaper over here will count to 3. By the time he hits 3, the last active character will get Shadow Realm. In order to free them from the Shadow Realm, we gotta land some form of damage on them a total of 5 times. Which, I don't know if you were paying attention during the T-Rex segment, but we can't engine out 5 hits in 1 turn with our current setup. So... After narrowly escaping with our fucking lives and putting Don Hunt back in the corner, we return to the main lobby and...
It's back!
that happened.
Look at me.
Oh, shit.
Deep breath. Alright?
No! You can't do this to me! You can't do this to me! You can't do this to me!
Black Swan leaves to inform the others about the Grim Reaper on the loose, and Mom takes us back to the actual lobby.
We need to beat this shit out of Jetstream Sam.
Careful.
We're fighting Jetstream Sam!
Sam's gimmick is very simple to understand and very effective at hurting you. When he uses his skill Secondary Combustion, you need to drain all of your skill points in order to reduce his damage. However, the usage of your skill points will damage the character that is using them. When he's in his Secondary Combustion form, he can be weakness broken. However, the weaknesses he has aren't exactly in our element speciality, and Black Swan specializes in the wind, not imaginary, so we're just gonna have to kill him the old-fashioned way. However, I've neglected to mention his ultimate attack.
Just like...
Yeah, this fight was nothing but over after I saw the damage that dealt.
Kill himself right here? He has a second phase? Oh, it's this fucker.
What a show.
Let me bash this man's skull in.
Apparently, Aventurine can't take no for an answer, so we have to turn him down again, only to find out that he killed...
Look, friend. The game has already begun. Allow me to make you an offer. One you can't refuse.
You
No
fucking...
reason to choose otherwise. And no other choices.
Piece of shit. Well, that's 2 deaths and...
Unfortunately, I'm mad Butthurt doesn't really stand up in court, so we gotta play along with this fucker's game. Black Swan tells us that Aventurine didn't kill Robin, but something or something else did. After getting back to New York with Black Swan's number firmly in our hands, we meet up with the rest of the crew. So the crew meets up to discuss all the info they've got so far. They agree to get back in contact with Aventurine to get more info. Okay, so for the sake of my sanity and the length of the video, I'm just going to go over a quick rundown of what happens in roughly the next hour or so of the gameplay. Okay, so Acheron meets with Buzz to discuss some info, Black Swan does some detective work back in the memory, Aventurine's backstory gets revealed a little bit, and for the next half hour after this, we take the POV of Aventurine talking with Dr. Raisha at the government offices, because he's trying to get there to get more political alliances or something. He discovers the government's hidden cheese vault and does nothing about it. Zephyr from Robin and Zephyr over here uses his Deus Ex Machina to get as much info out of Aventurine before letting him go. But not before fucking debating Aventurine about 10 hours ago by taking his Infinity Stone before Aventurine can even offer him the opportunity to take the stone. It's revealed that Dr. Ratio gave Sunday's Aventurine's Infinity Stone in a deal. Okay, you got all that? Cool, because we're gonna go back to the POV of the crew. Topaz shows up at Penacony to check on Aventurine's situation. We found out that the IRS is actually banned from entering Penacony, so we gotta go meet up with Gallagher to see if we can at least let Topaz in, and we switch POVs to Aventurine. Yeah, this part of the game switches POVs a lot, making it really hard to keep track of the story, and it's not what I would qualify as the best aspect of how Penacony's story works, but just bear with me, we're nearing the end of the story already. So after Aventurine goes through literally his entire fucking backstory to get a power-up, he sets a play for the Trailblazer to view. We get his invitation in the mail, and Acheron shows up because we could bring a +1.
There's a bird there! No! Shit! What? There's a bird there! There was a... Oh, I hate this.
So we previewed the upcoming boss fight on the screen, and...
Oh! Wait!
Alright, place your bets in. How easy is this dude gonna get wiped?
Ooh, boss fight time.
You play a Hoyoverse game, meaning that you love to gamble. I propose a game. Put that cheap win condition down and fight me with the bat, Trailblazer. Now, everyone else, please step aside as I show what it truly means to be a gambler. Aventurine follows a pattern in his fight. His first action will always be light single target damage on someone, followed by an all target attack which drains your energy. On his second turn, he will use a bounce attack, and then let's go gambling! Your goal is to roll higher than him. If you roll lower than him, he'll dunk on you and laugh. If you win the gamble, the character who won the gamble will get their ultimate charged up. He will literally repeat this entire pattern until you reach his second phase. When you start gambling with him in his second phase, he uses 4 dice instead. This means that Marge can literally solo this entire fucking fight just by herself. Let me explain. If you remember from the previous video, Marge's shield is a second health bar, meaning that she can't take any actual damage. If we enter the gambling phase with max energy, we can regain our energy with Marge's ultimate since it is all target and hits every single dice. We then use our basic attack to regenerate a skill point, and then shield up on the following turn as Aventurine's attacks regenerates us to full energy in time for the next round, allowing us to begin the process once more. Rinse and repeat, until he dies. Yes, I did edit that entire segment just for a Shrexophone bit.
Everybody's like that, down to the last player. So why can't I be honest? Why can't I feel that free?
Surprising.
Always hide your ace with a straight face. I'm starting to get a little impatient with you all. Friends, to fully relish this, I'm betting every last chip. Only by casting aside reason does one truly gamble.
Gate of Babylon?
Emanator.
This looks like Gate of
I know you'll
Babylon, I'm
match
pretty
my
sure.
wager, right?
I wish to mourn the departed. To swell the crossing stream. As the tide arrives, leading me.
So Aventurine is dead, and Bright and May takes him to the afterlife. Before he leaves for the afterlife, he asks his younger self if the show was very good. He replies with yes.
Are you going now?
Yes. May the Mother Goddess thrice close her eyes for you, keeping your blood eternally pulsing. May your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed.
Our paths will cross again beneath Kakava's shimmering auroras. Farewell, Kakavasha.
You're awake. I've been
Jetstream Sam!
Why? This is to show you.
Holy shit!
All that I am.
Holy shit!
I don't intend to do anything.
That's not up to you.
Many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet.
Is this the unity that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated. You are confident.
But be reminded, the
137 individuals. And here I stand again.
And you will die. I mean, all of you will. Its future holds nothing but nihility.
So yeah, Firefly's alive, so we treated, one life for another. Firefly takes us to where she's been staying this whole time, the Bronx. Weld meets up with us to tell us that Penacony's government is covering up a conspiracy. We meet up with Misha and Clocky to discuss a plan to overthrow the government. Again, this is the second time we're overthrowing a government in this game. If we have a third one, I am actually going to quit the game. After a few trash bomb encounters, we make our way to the big church in the sky. It turns out that one of the Nameless who stayed at Penacony was the Watchmaker. We pay our respects for now, but we're gonna have to come back here much later for something more important. Sparkle Shit Talk Sunday for me, and we move on to the Coliseum to get ourselves an audience with the government. So the way the Coliseum works is that you can choose the fight that you want to take. I'm saying this because I need to, I need to admit a mistake. I choose the Coliseum very easily. The first fight is against trash mobs, the third fight is against the T-Rex, and the fourth fight can be skipped just by talking to the boss. So, just for this segment, I'm going to cover the second fight, which is against the gorillas. Unfortunately, the gorilla can be cheesed with March. Again, this is the second gorilla we fought that can be cheesed by March. Because the soda balls that the gorilla throws can be repelled if the character has a shield on them, March can equip both the Trailblazer and herself with this shield to invalidate the gorilla's entire kit. It's now time for the big event, the Astral Express crew against Sunday. He attempts to play mind games with us, but we see through his illusions. Psych, I lied to you! So, while we were in the Bronx, Misha went through a little character arc. Misha realizes that he is the watchmaker, and from a final parting gift from the Nameless of Penacony to the Nameless of the Astral Express, he grants us the Path of the Harmony.
Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands. Always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazer means taking paths your predecessors forswore, venturing even further. The Penacony of Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
Yo.
Oh, cool. The Trailblazer has activated the Path of the Harmony, becoming one of, if not the best support in the entire game. And in our case, potentially the best DPS we have access to at the moment. You'll see more towards the end of the video, but for now, Sunday gets scared and runs off, so we have to go chase him. It's here where we fight the non-copyright infringing Shin Megami Tensei 3 Moray sisters. Our first target is Blossom. Blossom's gimmick is fairly simple. Don't get caught lacking. If you do get caught lacking, Blossom's ultimate attack will literally just kill you in one fucking shot. Use March's shield and Trailblazer's basic attack to stall for a game, and we can move on to the next Moray sister, Bubbles. Bubbles, just like Bubbles in the Powerpuff Girls, can't do much to hurt you on a normal day. The worst Bubbles can do is apply DOTs to you, which can be cleansed with March's shield. Shield is Powerpuff Girl, who's the real Powerpuff Girl here, and we can move on to fight the last Moray sister, Buttercup. Buttercup, just like her personality, will put you to sleep. She'll try to capitalize on this by slapping you in the head, but it's not really a big deal. March's shield can clear off sleep, but it's sometimes better to keep the status on you because if you have it on you, you can't act but you will heal, which is a godsend for this part of the run. Take her out and we can move on to the final bosses of Penacony, starting with
All three of them at the exact same time.
This complicates the fight a lot. Buttercup's sleep will allow Blossom to deal even more damage, and Bubbles' DOT will remove what remains of your shield. And we haven't even gotten to the second phase yet. When you enter second phase, they gain a new attack. An AoE attack that they can use so long as one of them is not weakness broken. And the game can time you out if you take too long to win! This first fight is downright unfair not by means of gimmicks, but by means of how the game is designed. And you know what? If the game is going to play unfair, then so am I.
We made the choice, go fight against your fate!
Preservation Trailblazer is easily the best option we have for a DPS in this fight, as not only can we ensure that they are only targeted with their skill and March's shield, but their ultimate attack also allows for the Powerpuff Girls to be weakness broken. Second phase might not even be a threat anymore because we can use Preservation Trailblazer's ultimate to stall them out. This turns the penultimate fight of Penacony from a nightmare to an enjoyable challenge.
Finally.
I already know your decision.
I now permit you to gaze into the sun.
On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal. Supreme Tuner, harmonious choir,
Of course, God forbid it's that easy. Let's talk about Sunday. Monday has a basic kit backed up with his 4 choir members. All of the choir members get their own attack that reduces your speed, allowing Tuesday to get his actions off much quicker. Wednesday himself can fuck you up real good. His basic attack and sleep aren't the end of the world, but when you start to accelerate the choir, things really start to hit the fan. If you're unable to weakness break all of the choir members, his first ultimate attack will do a lot of damage. That's right, I said first. He has 2. His second ultimate attack, we'll get to that later, but just keep in mind he has 2. If you're unable to down the choir, you could take the alternate route of taking out one of Thursday's break bars, granting you a party-wide shield. There are some very nice use cases for this, but we'll get to that later. I wish there was a strategy to tell you for the Friday fight, but I don't have one. I got really lucky, and that's going to play a very huge part in how the next fight's going to go.
About damn time.
Creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods.
Danhong?
Radiant spirits, heed my word. Show no mercy!
And that's all of Penacony. Danhong and Jinyu and saved us and were able to advance further into the story. Thank you so much for watching and... Okay. Can I stop this fucking facade now? You're watching this video months after Penacony was relevant, and those of you who have completed Penacony know that there is much more to its main story that you have to complete in order to do a Morpheus. So why have I decided to stop here? The answer is that we were bamboozled. All of Penacony is fake. The second we entered Penacony, our fate was sealed from the start. Sunday had already taken control of Penacony long before we had arrived. And now it's time for the final fight of Penacony. We need to kill Sunday one more time. This is the moment you all have been waiting for. Everything up to now means nothing. This is the final fight to get us out of Penacony. The Harmonious Choir, the Great Septimus, is the hardest fight in the game, bar none. People can debate all they want, I don't care, all they want about Aventurine, Sam, even the Powerpuff Girls being this hard, but in my opinion, with the rules of the challenge, Septimus is the most unfair fight in all of Penacony. That's even stating you'll be able to even reach second phase with how dirty the game plays. For starters, you're forced to use Harmony Trailblazer in this fight, meaning that our preservation strategies from the last time can't work here. And the story Trailblazer the game gives you doesn't have remotely enough HP or defense to let them last a hit. So I had to go out and spend more of my time to build my own Harmony Trailblazer in order to actually begin genuine attempts at the fight. And you want to know the best part about this? Harmony Trailblazer's boss upgrade materials are from another boss I had to beat with the challenge. So I had to go out and record that boss fight for content, and then come back to this boss fight so I could finish building my Harmony Trailblazer and actually start taking him on. And that's not even accounting for the bigger debuffs we get in the fight. If we get put to sleep, we don't recover as much HP as we would normally do. So through all of that, you must have the question, how did I beat it? And the answer is I didn't beat it normally. See, in the story version of Septimus, Harmony Trailblazer will not die unless everyone else is dead. Now, theoretically, I could just sit around and keep the shield on March while Trailblazer does the damage, but that's boring. I wanted to fight him the intended way. And that fucker is the reason why this video is almost an entire fucking year late. I ended up giving up on the story fight, brought in both Kimiko and Danhong, and wanted to call the video there because I did not want to deal with this man anymore. But for every day after that, he sat in the back of my mind, and I had no choice but to sit back down and fight him. It got to the point where I just stopped recording attempts because of how long each attempt took me. I would get upwards of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and then the game would just automatically end the run. And eventually, I saw no other choice. If I was going to have to beat Septimus the way I wanted to, I had to take off the breakpoint. I had to unlock March's 6th Eidolon and obtain Welt.
So, I'm gonna make a mistake. It's not one of the better choices I've made this run. But with how the fight's been going, I might have to.
This right here is basically the point of no return for the run. If I were to press the activate button, we have no way of returning. I can't turn this on or off. And yet, even with both of them, I got nowhere. 3 months of attempts went, and I got nowhere. And here we are at the end of the video to answer the question, can you beat Penacony with only the Astral Express crew? I don't know. But, with all the hope in the world, what's the harm in trying one last run? So, what if I used Acheron's Light Cone?
Try hard some, watch this awesome move.
Oh, bruh. Yes! Three. 7-4. He's at 1. He's at 1. Please, please, please. We did it! We did it! Let's go! Vibe check. We passed the vibe check.